Good morning, everybody. Let's have a look at Algorand this morning, which probably won't be a very long video. There's not a great deal I wanted to say about it other than that it is changing. Things are looking good. We're going to look at both Bitcoin and the USDT pairs, and we do look like we're going to have a golden cross form at some point, probably tomorrow night. So we're looking for this to confirm. All right, by Wednesday we'll have a golden cross, which invites a pullback into any one of these areas. By the way, that could be a deep pullback. The deepest would be around 14.3 cents. Probably looking for more around the 16-cent zone to hold, because if you zoom out long enough, I know some people are sort of complaining about my charts, you know, they're a bit noisy, for instance, but this horizontal goes all the way back down to these supports, and then the breakdown. We also had the supports and the supports and the supports, and then the breakdown. We also had a bit of resistance over here, but now we've like smashed through it. So the strength of this move since coming out of that horizontal, that 16-cent zone, is pretty big. You know, from the bottom to the top, it's done 38%. We're still up 35% with a pump, not a pump signal, a trend signal, which is still in play. This is the case for almost every major altcoin at the moment. They've all got these. I could just make videos all day about the altcoins. They have the same analysis effectively, because they are all doing the same thing, which is why I believe this alt season's really coming up into like the next phase, which is like a big, massive move up. But that doesn't mean that it can't pull back to any one of these areas first. So just, you got to put that into context. You know, from the low to the high, it's done 100%. That's a big deal, right? So with every 100% up, be prepared for a 40% pullback. It's perfectly normal and natural for a volatile chart to do something like that. This is what most people who are new to crypto need to recognize. You know, if it is an established trend, and again, if you're new, that's fine. Everyone was new once. You know, there's signals on this chart to say that it's going to continue to go up. It might not, but the signals suggest that it will. But that doesn't mean it can't pull back dramatically before finding another higher low, which, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it should really be 16, but it could potentially wick into the golden cross when it takes place. It's a bullish retest, basically. Now, there's no bearish divergence, not yet. There might be after today on the daily RSI. Same with the money flow index. If we take it to the 4-hourly, we've got a nice, strong, established chart which pulled back into the center of the Bollinger Band, which is really good, to be honest with you. You know, picked straight up from there. And obviously, this one's had its golden cross for a while now. If this one pulled into the 200 exponential, it would also be down into the 14-cent zone. But I'm not expecting that, not unless Bitcoin takes a big plunge. So that is the USDT pair. And it is bullish for a continuation of a trend. If we extend these next levels of resistance, the next one above us is 24 cents. Then above that, you've got these double wicks, 28.5 to perhaps 32. With the overheated nature of this money flow index at the moment, and again, it's not as overheated as ready to pop, but it is hot. You know, based on the daily, you probably would be looking for a pullback on that area. You know, it's just kind of normal. You know, the volume's high, so best time to take to take profit, I suppose, is when the volume is high. But that doesn't discount the fact that a higher low will form and it'll keep going up. Now let's have a look at the Bitcoin pair, because this is also doing something different. We've not done this in a while. This is the first daily candle so far that's managed to get, well, I suppose it's very early in the day. It's only 9 o'clock. It's literally just dropped the kids off. If we do close above this, then this is the good start, right? We would be looking for a pump signal to be generated after today as well. So this is a different way to play the itchy cloud. You've got green portion leading. You've got the conversion baseline crossed here below the cloud. You've got price and the Chiku span above the cloud. So closing above like this would be a pump signal. Then you'd be like, oh, where's it going to go to next? If we're above the 200 simple and exponential, the next horizontal is going to be probably, I suppose, if you were to be optimistic, you'd probably be looking to target 336 sats, which is obviously a very big move. If you're looking to be cautious, it's probably only around 255. But the overall vibe is one of continuation. And in this instance, we don't have any bearish divergence on the RSI. So actually, this one does look strong. Complements the idea of an alt season, certainly, when the Bitcoin pairs are looking stronger than the tether pairs. Now, if we look at the Bollinger Bands on this little bad boy on the weekly, they've been pinching very, very tightly. So it's looking for an expansion of volatility, really. And you could target 300 based on that 50 exponential moving average, which basically has always been our problem here since we lost it all the way back in January 2022. So basically, when the bear market started to really start kicking in at that point, it was our main problem. It's all the way down here. So once this is broken, then you can target, you know, much higher areas, 545, perhaps all the way up to these lost zones, you know, 1,331. It can easily happen if given enough time, you know. And look, as far as the momentum's concerned, you know, there's plenty of room to run. Money flow index, plenty of room to run. And the MACD, I just deleted it, but the MACD, it's barely getting started. So Algorand is good at the moment. Now, those of you who watch my channel know that I'm a big holder of Algorand. However, up until literally just recently, all my bags have been underwater. I was a little bit too quick to make to pull the trigger when the bear market appeared to be over. I went crazy and I bought Algorand at around 30 cents, right? Then my next area to buy was the 16 cents. And obviously I spent a bit of time, to say the least, underwater. These things happen. They happen to us all sometimes, you know. But the thing that kept me holding is, first of all, you can stake it, but then secondly, they're not likely, very unlikely, to be some kind of scam rug pull. And so hopefully it's just a matter of time before the fundamentals marry up with the technicals over here. And I think with this proposal that Trump's put through, whether it's got legs or not, you know, American companies devoid of crypto tax, but generally all American companies are doing well because of the nature of the administration change. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a very early start. It might not work out, and if this was to really sort of explode, you have to be conservative. I'd love to see it rally beyond all-time highs, but it's so early on right now. That to give any sort of bold price targets on Algorand is going to kind of be ridiculous. A major peak, if we were to have this alt season continue, a major peak for Algorand is going to be sort of the upper 60s to 70 cent zone. That would be like a major area to assume huge pullbacks. We're going to put that there effectively as a top target on this current run, and then, you know, whatever happens after there is, you know, we'll just have to sit back, watch and wait and sort of decide whether or not it's worth staying in, or, you know, if the overall market looks like it has the ability to continue. But between now and whenever this gets here, I think 67 to 70 cents is likely be the top on this one, and that's the absolute top for the moment, right? I'm not saying this is the absolute peak of the bull run. I'm not saying that it even has to get there. There's a few stumbling blocks, you know, that we have to deal with first, you know. But until then, I'd be cautious of every one of these levels. It's already gone 100% from its lows. You cannot just don't fail to recognise that, right? You know, I would never suggest anybody FOMO into anything, but we are being given opportunities to buy in, and I think the next opportunity, a major one, would be if we pull back into 16 cents. That would be a good opportunity to get in on this one. If, of course, that's your decision. I'm not going to tell you what to buy, where to sell, any of these sort of things. Right then, I'm going to leave it with you there. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Maybe join the Patreon. We've got live streams tomorrow. Other than that, take it easy.